I own every Halo novel that they sell on the Amazon Kindle store. With that being said, they don't sell every Halo novel on the Amazon Kindle store. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, I'm talking about two books in particular, Halo Battleborn and its sequel, Halo Meridian Divide. Now, these two books were released in 2019, and there was supposed to be a third book in the series. This book got canceled. Now, I haven't read these books yet at the time of recording this, but I'm gonna put a theory out there. My theory is that, the first two books didn't sell so well, and maybe that's why the third was canceled. That would make perfect sense as to why they're not available on the Kindle store. Cancel the third book, cancel the Kindle versions, no one's buying these books. Makes perfect sense to me. These books are on the Kindle store. In French. Why you can only buy the French versions? I don't know. I mean, if you're able to read French, good for you. But, this is the United States of America. Our primary reading and speaking language is English. So you would think that they would bother putting the English versions up there. No, they don't. But, oh well. You can just buy the physical versions of these books, right? Well, yeah, you could. However, if you go on Amazon, you can only buy used copies of these books. In fact, I think the only new copy I found when I was looking around was of the second book from Barnes and Nobles. At least I'm assuming it was a brand new copy. I'm gonna have to look at the link again. I don't know. But yeah, that's a little odd. And there's one more problem I have. So I like to buy my books digitally because what I do is when I buy them off the Kindle store, I turn them into PDFs, and then I put those PDFs on my computer and my backup drive and my tablet. That way, if something happens to my Amazon account, I still have my books. If something happens to my computer, I still have my books. But most importantly, if something happens to the books, they get taken off of Amazon, the physical copies were all burned, whatever, I still have them preserved. And if that time were to ever come, I could just, release them to the public and say, here's the books, please download them and preserve them, because they don't make or sell these books anymore. That's my main issue with these two books, is preservation. And that's why I am making this video. Now, my first thought was, okay, well, if they're not selling them, then maybe I can find them on questionably legal sites. And I found the first book on one of these sites, but I couldn't find the second book. And then I went to a friend of mine and I asked, hey, do you know if they sell digital versions of these books in English somewhere? And he said, oh yeah, on the Apple Books app. So I had to go upstairs, grab my ancient, I think it's an iPad Air 2. I used this thing back in high school, so I think that would have meant I bought it back in like 2013, 2014. Basically, this tablet is very old, and the thing with Apple is they don't like supporting old devices. So my first fear was, oh, I hope my tablet's not too old. Thankfully, at the time of recording this video, the Apple Books app is still supported. However, I went on there and came across another issue. So, on the left is the first book. Now, I already bought it. It was like $5.99. $6. That's not bad. The middle is the second book, and the right is the first book again. And you might be wondering, why is that? And why do they say the word tome? Tome 1 and Tome 2. These are the French versions of the books. Again, I ask, why, here in America, we're only able to digitally buy the French versions of at least the second book. You can get the first one in English, but only on here. And like I said, who knows what will happen? Your old device might not support it anymore. Or maybe if the book ever gets taken down off of here, there's no alternate storefront. That's it. No more. The only English experience you have for the second book is the audiobook. Now, nothing against audiobooks. I see why people like audiobooks. They can listen to them while working on other things, and you know, if you prefer audiobooks, that's fine. Nothing wrong with an audiobook. What if you're deaf? What if you're a deaf Halo fan? You can't hear, but you still enjoy playing the games and watching Forward Unto Dawn and Halo Legends and Nightfall just with subtitles, and most importantly, you enjoy reading the books and the comic books. And your only way to read the last book that you have yet to read is an audiobook. Now, that seems like an issue to me, but also, for those of us who can hear, me personally, I know I retain things easier if I'm reading it rather than listening to it. Or maybe you're in a loudy place. Maybe you forgot your headphones, or maybe you just like the peace and quiet, or maybe you don't want to disturb the people around you. The audiobook might not help you in that regard. But as far as I can tell, there is no English text version of this book available digitally. My point, my purpose of making this video is for preservation. It's clear to me Microsoft and 343 really don't care about these two books. I don't know why, but they really don't care. Which is why I'm confident that this video is not going to be taken down. Even though if you look in the description, you'll see that I've uploaded a PDF of the first book. I took my book that I bought on my Apple tablet there, and I've turned it into a PDF and made it available for all of you to read. Is that piracy? Yeah. Am I committing a crime? Yeah. But like I said, what happens to those storefronts? Like I said, Microsoft and 343 don't care. They're not gonna take down this video. In fact, I'll even go as far as to say if Microsoft and 343 did start selling these two books up on the Kindle store, then I'll get rid of that download link. I'll take down that PDF. No one will be able to download this book illegally from my Google Drive link ever again. But I highly doubt that Microsoft and 343 are really gonna go out of their way to make these books available in the Kindle store. And that's why I'm asking all of you Halo fans out there who, you know, maybe you have a digital version of the second book, or maybe you have the physical version of the second book. What I'm asking for you guys, if you're watching this video, is to please preserve these two books, both of them, or if you just have one of them, please preserve it for future generations. Sure, yeah, I would love a copy of the second book, and if you could send it my way, that'd be great. But also, you know, don't hoard it or anything. Please put it out there for, you know, those of us who can't get it, because Microsoft and 343 aren't gonna sell it to us. Maybe these books are bad, and maybe that's why they don't sell them anymore. And, you know, sometimes people say, oh, yeah, it was so bad, I don't even care about, you know, even preserving that. And I understand what they're getting at, but even if something is terrible, if you don't at least preserve it, how you gonna learn from its mistakes? Future generations might not, you know, see these and say, wow, that's bad, I'll never make something like that. I'm not saying these books are bad. I haven't read them yet. In fact, I really hope they're good. But even if they're not good, we should at least preserve them, just to at least learn from them. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if these books are good or not. And my fear is that those in the future will also not know if these books are good or not. Sure, you can make a review, but then it's not your own opinion, it's someone else's opinion, which isn't a problem, but different people have different opinions on things. Like I said, if you want to go ahead and read the first book in this series, go right in the description of this video. Download the book. And if Microsoft or 343 are watching this video, then I'm challenging you guys with this video to please put these books on the Kindle store. I highly doubt they will, but that's all I'm asking. This is what I'm doing. I think the only way for me to really back up the second book is for me to buy a physical version and scan it on my printer, which might be a little time consuming. Definitely not going to come out perfect. Some of the words might be curling. I don't know if you've ever tried scanning a physical book before, but is it a way of preservation? Yeah. Is it the best way? No, not really. And that's why I really want a digital version, so that people can experience the best possible version of these books. well, that wraps it up for this video. If you even enjoyed watching this video, most people would say leave a like and subscribe, but I don't even care about that. If you enjoyed this video, please help out in some way. Either bring this to Microsoft and 343's attention, maybe start a hashtag, like hashtag, we'll say hashtag release, what's the name of the second book? Meridian Divine? Hashtag free Meridian Divine, maybe. Sure. I mean, I would like to do hashtag free the Battleborn series. Any of those hashtags. Maybe someone will think of something better, but... Or if you have these books, like I said, preserve them in some way. And don't just hoard them to yourself. Send them to your friends, send them to your family, send them to random people online. Make it a Twitter thread, make it a Reddit post, make it a Facebook post. Whatever you can do, just put these 2 books out there for everyone to read. If you enjoy this video, then please help me preserve these 2 books for the future generations of Halo fans yet to come. And for those of us who are here now, unable to access these books as well.